I'm going to play one of my favorite Pikes songs now. This is a song that, well, it's one of my favorite Northern Pikes videos that we did. It features Merle being chased around by Lips, or maybe he's chasing the Lips, I don't know. And it was one of my favorite recording sessions of all time. We cut this song live off the floor with Garth Hudson playing the accordion. Garth Hudson from the band, the Santa guy from the band, and John Sebastian, who you know from The Lovin' Spoonful and Welcome Back Kotter. And actually somebody was teasing him about that. We were having lunch and the tech guy there said, "Oh, so you're the guy that wrote Welcome Back Kotter," sort of. And he said, "Yeah, it put all my kids through college," which I thought was kind of good, actually. So, but the session we did, Garth hums a lot when he plays, and so he had two accordions, a French accordion and an Italian accordion, and if you asked him about it, he'll tell you the history of them, and it's very interesting. But the session, he ended up wearing a motorcycle helmet over top of the headphones because he was humming and it was getting picked up in the microphone. It's quite interesting. There's footage, I don't know if Donnie's posted it online on our Pikes site, but there is footage of Garth walking around playing the accordion, humming with a motorcycle helmet on. It's pretty good. Super talented guys. These guys were amazing. And when they came up for the video shoot, we did it in Toronto. And so what they did, part of the whole video was them busking on the street. So you got Garth Hudson playing the accordion and John Sebastian with an open guitar case just on College Avenue, as I think where it was over there. It was a popular corner. And some people sort of noticed them, and most people just sort of walk by, as it is with busking. Sometimes people don't really look at you. Sometimes they walk by, and sometimes they throw stuff in the case. But I got to say, Garth Hudson, he was just like one of the most. They were both amazing musicians, but Garth, I think he played so many instruments, and while we were doing the sessions, and he came in and he brought all this stuff in. And he kind of filled up the control room. And it's funny because we just thought he was going to like show up and do a couple of tracks in the afternoon, and a truck pulled up. And it's like, no, Garth's here. He's staying for a while, and he's doing the stuff. So he played on a whole bunch of songs on their record, which is really, this is the Snow in June record that came out in 1990. And he ended up, he was there for a few days, and then he had to take off. And what he said, and the way Garth talks, he talks kind of low and growly, and he said, well, yeah, I gotta go over to Germany and play this thing over there. And he didn't really elaborate on it, and I thought it was maybe he was playing like a blues. I had the impression for some reason he was playing a blues festival or something, and he was, as a side guy for somebody. And so he was gone for a few days, and then he comes back. Didn't really think much of it, and then he came back and he recorded with us for about 2 or 3 more days. And the last day, man, he stayed up for like 24 hours, and he recorded all these. He had a saxello, a miniature saxophone. He recorded all these parts. Anyway, along the way there, on the last day, I said, "Oh, so what were you doing over in Germany there?" And he said, "Well, I don't know. I was doing this." I said, "How was it over there?" Is what I said. And he said, "Oh, I couldn't hear the monitors very well." I said, "I couldn't hear the monitors, and it was okay, but I had trouble with those monitors and stuff." And I said, "Well, what was it? What was the thing you were playing?" And thinking, he was well, there's this guy that's from Pink Floyd, this Roger Waters guy, and he had this big wall, this concert with his wall and stuff there, and my eyes almost popped out of my head because it was the biggest rock concert ever held in the world to that point. And it was the Wall concert. And I said, "So you were playing like at the Wall?" And he said, "Oh, yeah, you can hear the stupid monitors." And he was such a humble guy. It was interesting. And if you watch the footage of that, he plays on half the songs, and they had all these other kind of well-known people playing there. And anyway, it was interesting. And then we went for lunch, and the video shoot, and there was an overflow room, and we were kind of late, and so I ended up sitting in this secondary room with Garth and with John. And we were the only people in this room, this extra room that they had in this restaurant. Everybody else was in the other part there. So we were kind of being ignored. Eventually the server came in and got our food orders and stuff like that. But what they had on the walls were all these 45 singles. And there were 45s. And a lot of them, I didn't realize, I didn't know what they were, but a lot of them were apparently kind of rare. And so they started looking at these and bantering back and forth. And John's looking and he goes, oh yeah, that was that band, the Suching, whatever, the Right L's. And they were from, I think they were from Nashville. And I think didn't the singer get shot? And then Garth would be over there and he started looking at the 45s. And he says, oh yeah, no, and they had a problem going on in that band with blah, blah, blah. And there's this banter going on between these two guys, and they end up both standing on chairs, like they're standing on a chair, and reaching up and reading and talking back and forth about all these artists that were in this on these 45s. It was true kind of rock and roll history. And then Garth was all revved up after that, so he sat down. He said, I got to tell you, this is the history of it, and he wrote it all down. And I've got the sheet of paper. To this day, I really don't understand what's written on it. He had it in his own language of writing this thing there, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Anyway, good memories, and I have great memories about this particular song. Merle sang it, and we wrote it kind of together. He had most of the verses together and most of the chorus, and then I came in on the bridge, and then we kind of went back and kind of reworked some of it. And it's a classic Pike song in the way that it's kind of a very dark and depressing subject with really kind of fun and happy melody, which is like a lot of our songs were actually.
I know what I want to say to you, my love, but when I try to speak, the words slip away. Without you by my side, no one to face the world. It's much too cold for me without your warm embrace. This bottle in front of me, it slowly disappears. It doesn't scratch my memory of you, my dear. Said I was alone, but I keep on standing by. You keep me hanging on in hope that I won't leave you. Me, I've been in love and I have, there's so much to understand. Kiss me, you fool. Kiss me, you fool. Kiss me, you fool, before I must turn away from your heart. And I crack my hand against the wall. I curse myself and curse them all for making me the way I am, the way you are. I'm now shaking my head, wondering what went wrong. You used to be smiling, elated with what we had going on. You'd say, God, I feel good inside. Haven't felt like this in a while. Hasn't happened in some time. I guess that's it for the ride. Me, I've been in love and I have, there's so much to understand. Kiss me, you fool. Kiss me, you fool. Kiss me, from your heart.
Thank you very kindly.